Have you ever had to ask someone for a kidney just to save your life? Well, for me, my friend John, I didn't even have to ask him. He actually gave me his kidney. And something like that just speaks volume of just how the person that he may be. But he is one of the people who I would say is my rock, steady, strong, and steadfast. He is definitely one of the people that I look up to and just in the world here. Three things I would have to describe John would be caring, honest, and faithful. The reason I would say that he's those three things is because he just exemplifies it so well. God, I love John because he's just the best person in the world. Just to know him is to be loved by most, and just his mentality and all is just great. The first word for him, I would have to say, for caring is obviously him giving me a kidney as something I'm just obviously grateful for. I love the fact that he willingly wanted to give it to me, because when you have a situation of having to ask people of, hey, can I get your kidney, it can get a bit awkward, but he actually wanted to let me know that he was willing to give it to me, knowing how confused and how nervous as I was in just talking to people about the situation. So I think that's the ultimate act of love when it comes to a friendship that he could have done for me, and I'm forever grateful for it. The second word I would have to do is honest for John. He's always kept it real with me. He has always made sure that when we are talking about any situation going on, he keeps it honest, he keeps it strong, and he keeps it in a godly way. And I appreciate that. I know there was times where we have our monthly steak and shake hangouts, whenever we were free, that we would just kind of vent to each other. And no matter what, he made sure that anything that we talked about was honest, and anything that I didn't even want to hear, may not want it to be the type to be like, oh, he'll say something in the words of like, even though this may not be what you want to hear, it's what you need to hear. And that made a difference in the things that I did, in my actions, and just in my everyday life. And I couldn't be more appreciative of it. The third word for sure would have to be faithful. So me and John obviously have met in church, and from there we just both have grown in our faith. And just seeing him, he's been in it longer than me. So when we first started out, I had look to him for guidance, and his faithfulness just kind of grew, and it helped me grow in mine. Whenever I felt short to things of this world, that he would bring me up, and he would still have support in me in a godly way. He wouldn't diminish me or anything like that. We prayed about the situations that we go through, and that we always made sure that our love for each other and love for people in our world, that it was always a godly and God-centered conversation. So he's just one of the people that I have to say is just impactful in all types of ways. Sadly, you guys don't know him, but if you were, you would really be grateful for it. But that is why John would be my rock, right? It's the steadfast, the caringness, the faithfulness, and the honesty that he gives is something that someone that most people have in their lives. And I know my John and your John possibly are all good people, and that we could always appreciate to have, guys. And I just want to say thank you for meeting my friend John.